Here we go. Alright, hello everybody. I am Conquering History Games, and welcome to today's Suzerain livestream, which just like this morning's could end at any moment. Because I have had a long day, and I'm about, and I'm comfy now, got my shoes off, gonna get playing, sitting down, had some dinner, and so when I gotta go because I'm gonna hit that bed so hard tonight. Let's get the music up and running. Alright, good evening, let's get grilling. Yep, and let's get drinking. This is gonna help me sleep well. So, what I'm actually having tonight is an extremely blessed, extremely special beer to me personally. Tonight I'm having some 2021 Bigfoot Barley Wine Style Ale, one of my favorite beers ever, both to drink fresh and aged, and it just came into town, so I'm gonna have a fresh one. And I bought a second one to throw away for aging. Not throw away, but put in my mini fridge to age. So, cheers everybody. Let's have a nice Friday night stream. Cheers. Wait, oops. Let me get a proper clink. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not every beer in the world has to be an IPA, people. Then you can make beautiful things like Bigfoot. Alright. So, what was going on? We had an event going on here in Dyer. Some sort of Day of Dissension. Which I guess we'll call that. Day of Dissension. Now, I think I know I've heard this before or something. In the Codex. But I'm sure it'll exposit what it is right now. It is the holiest day of the Nuriti religion. It celebrates the first message received from God by Saint Dast and his 30 disciples. As per tradition, the celebration was held inside the Arch Sanctuary of Dust Trinity, close to the public eye. This year, however, for the first time ever, it was going to be televised. That was Lucian's idea. As he saw it, granting the people a rare glimpse of the grand ceremony and showing them how seriously their president took this holy event would ease any tensions that lingered in the region. And so we arrived at the largest cathedral in Swordlin. A huge crowd gathered around our convoy as our car pulled up to the entrance. This'll work out well, trust me, sir. Of course, that's only if the prayer is done completely correctly. Please don't forget the order. First, you need to grasp the holy scepter with your left hand, then touch the altar with your right. Okay, you know what? I probably should write this stuff down. Where's, I know I got a pen around here. Or maybe I don't. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me go grab a pen so I can write this down. Caesar. There you are. Okay. Just checking on you. Okay. So, Day of Dissension. First, grasp scepter with left hand, touch altar Hello there, Shot Follow Drive. Good to see you. With right, kneel before priest, wait for the sword. Okay. Where'd my headphones go? Here they are. Oh, there's more. Okay. Touch sword with right hand. Hey, Texas T! Good to see you! Alright, good. Blessed stream already. And then hand scepter to the priest. Then receive sword. Then pass to disciple. Is that everything? Pretty straightforward, isn't it? So, oh, hey, Texas, it's been a long day. Long day, but we're here. We're playing some Suzerain. We're going to chill. Oh, that's cool, Texas T. Do what you got to do. And so, to review, we have to grasp the Holy Scepter with our left hand, touch the altar with our right, kneel before the Archpriest, wait for him to put the sword on my shoulder, then touch the sword with the hand that I touch the altar with, hand the scepter over to the Archpriest, and receive the sword before passing it on to a disciple. Alright. Yeah, sure. Very good. You'll have to go first. I will come inside later, and we'll meet up after your part is done. Good luck, sir. Exit the car. There's cheers, camera flashing. The Arch Sanctuary. Let's see here. Oh, you're going to be coming home soon? That's great, man. Hey, look at the good news, though, of you being away. You missed that storm. It may be swordish. After all, it involves a sword. Boom! I like it, Ian. I like it. I like it. So, the Arch Sanctuary was a sight to see with its towering visage. It cast a shadow over a large part of the city. I had to crane my neck to see the narrow spires at the top. Just standing next to it made me feel awe and dread in equal measure. As I reached the gates, I spotted my welcoming committee. The Archpriest and his disciples were waiting for my arrival. At my approach, they all bowed their heads in respect. The Archpriest gave me an infectious smile as he straightened back up. Tall and handsome, in his mid-50s, he was one of the youngest and most popular archpriests in history. Some of his more avid followers even likened him to Saint Dast. This sounds like something they might expand on down the line. Mr. President, praise God. There's no codex entry. They're going to expand on this guy, I feel it, down the line. Chugging along and getting money. That's been me, bro. Not this next paycheck, but the one after. Oh, man, I'm going to buy some things I deserve after working this hard. Mr. President, praise God. It's a blessing to see you on our most holy day again. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. It's nice to be here in Dire again. The crowd was still cheering loudly. The Archpriest turned and raised both of his hands, and everyone immediately fell silent. O great people of Sordland, once again we are gathered here to honor the day of Dissension. I am indescribably happy to be sharing this moment with you, as well as every blood and sword, old and young, tuning into their television to watch this holy commiseration. Along with the leader of our great nation, I say, let the holy day begin. Stay far from evil, old sons and daughters, for evil hides itself under many disguises. Disguises such as blasphemy, apostasy, and even alcohol. Be good, my children. Praise God. Praise Swordland. He smiled beatifically as the crowd burst into rapturous applause. After it subsided, he turned to me. Shall we move inside for your confession? My confession? What? Yes, just like last year, every man must confess before the holy ceremony starts. He led me through the main hall, which had a stratospheric ceiling and Nurist icons lining the walls. We walked up a creaking spiral staircase to the top floor and finally arrived in front of the confession chamber. Well, I don't have anything to confess. I've been a good boy. I haven't taken bribes or anything. Right this way. He gestured towards a chair in the dark room. The room smelled of old mahogany and scented candles. The archpriest proceeded to light each and every one of the candles, one for each virtue and vice. I will be right with you. He left the room. A minute later, I heard the sound of a sliding window right next to me. He spoke with a very soft voice.
Anton Rain, speak. Speak and confess now before the one God, and may he repent your sins on the most holy day of Dissension.
Well, let me have a drink before I start my confession. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Happy Friday. You can ban alcohol or tax it. Oh, that'd go over really well. Let's see, I can say I confess I've been a bad husband. I confess that I'm not sure what I'm doing for Swordland is enough. Or I could say I confess nothing, I haven't sinned. Well, what do we want to do here? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We are going to we're gonna raise a glass to all those who died in the Boston Massacre on this day in 1770. Here's to all 5 of them. First to die, Crispus Atticus. As Stevie Wonder said, the first man to die for the flag we now hold high was a black man. Cheers. Yeah, I think the bad husband thing, I don't feel that freaking guilty about the sister, about the speech thing, but I want to say I haven't sinned, but, let's go for centrism and pick the middle option. Because of the economy. Yeah, the economy's bad. We're -3 budget and the economy's in the red.
You do carry a heavy burden on your shoulders. What you have confessed is not a sin, but you may share your burden with me if you like.
I am trying to reform the country, but I don't know if the country is ready for it yet.
Reformation is one of the tenets of Nurti, yet it must come slowly but surely.
It's alright, D'Angelo, the thought counts.
Anything else you would like to confess?
And that's all for today.
Before God, I thank you for sharing.
You are now forgiven before God, Anton Rain. May you never sin again. The sliding window closed, and the archpriest entered the confession chamber. For the confession to end, you must extinguish the candles representing each one of your virtues and vices. With this, the burning sins connected to you are now smoke, and then nothing. Okay, extinguish the cat. Sometimes I wonder why they give you the option. I guess maybe you could do that if you've gone a different path, you get more options or something. Kind of like in Mao's Legacy, where sometimes it might show something where you would have 3 options, but because of things you've done earlier in the game, you actually have 1 option. The other 2 are blocked. Well done, Mr. President. Let's move on to my quarters before the ceremony. He led me through the 1,000-year-old corridors to his office. The smell of dust and old tomes was in the air, along with the scent of burning incense being prepared for the ceremony. Well then, please have a seat. The wooden chair next to him looked like it might turn to dust at a single touch. I sat down gingerly. It was surprisingly sturdy. Are you ready for the ceremony? Absolutely. Very good to hear. He leaned back in his chair comfortably. I wanted to give you something, a gift to celebrate this special day. He pulled out a large rectangular box from his desk drawer. The box was lined with gold and expensive gemstones. Is he going to give me a reliquary? A beautiful sight, isn't it? He opened the box and showed me what was inside. It was a dagger. The handle looked like it was made of pure gold and had a very large gem at the end. On the blade, the words were inscribed, Vector insista! Victory is close. On the other side, another set of words, King Edmund. This dagger belonged to King Egmont. It is a very important artifact of the Kingdom of Sodlenera. It is now yours, Mr. President. Yeah, very, very interesting gift. Dang, I'm wondering if I should take this. There's not going to be a vote on this. Let me just think. Is he giving it to me or the country? You know, like, am I going to have this on display in my presidential library one day, or should I put it in the mansion, in the presidential mansion? Let's use it on Tusk. Let me think. I think we're going to... You know what? I'm going to take it. It's... Yeah. It's a heck of a gift. I don't know. I'm trying to think of... Because you know, I'm going to play this game again in the future, but I'm trying to think, do I ever want to not take this, like, in different paths? I'm sure if I went, like, nationalist or something, I'd go like, oh, hell yeah, dagger for stabbing people. Yeah, we're going to take it. Thank you. It is an honor. Think of the past and think of who we are. Traditions are what brought us to this point. Now then, it should be right about time. A couple knocks were heard on the door and a young boy came in. He bowed before the archpriest, then me, before letting us know that the ceremony was about to begin. We made our way downstairs, where the ceremony was already in progress. The choir sang angelically as the archpriest took his position beside the altar. When they finished their hymn, an expectant silence fell over the room. It was time for my part. I started my walk, bowed, and approached the altar. Okay, we are going to grab the scepter with our left hand and then touch the altar with our right. Hello there, Necrozov. Then we kneel before the archpriest. This priest laid the sword on my shoulder. Touch the sword with my right hand. Hand the scepter to the priest. Waited for him to give me the sword. The priest handed me the sword. Passed the sword to a disciple. I got up and proceeded to my designated spot next to Lucian. He leaned over and whispered in my ear. Compared to last year, that went surprisingly well, sir. Oh! Achievement unlocked! First step to what? Hold on. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I just got an achievement. Suzerain. Let me look up the achievement. First step to Golcondia. Successfully partake in the Dissension Day ceremonies. Yeah. Nice. I am now part of the 11.1%. The ceremony went on for another hour and a half. Finally, the noon bells chimed, marking the end of the cathedral service. You know, I once went to this wedding where, well, I guess I could tell this story without revealing my own religious, because, I like to keep things private. But the wedding was between a Catholic man and a Jewish woman. So they incorporated both, like, basically ceremonies of both faiths into the wedding. So it was a 3-hour wedding ceremony. So long. I was quite young at the time, too. I want to say I was 13. Relatively young. And the thing was, what I really remember the two things I remember most. So basically they passed the communion around to everybody and everybody ate. But it wasn't just the communion wasn't just the wafers, it was actual bread, like baked bread. And the ceremony had been going on so long, and I hadn't eaten all day except for a little bit for breakfast. And I had the bread, and it was so delicious. It was like spiced or something. I'm just, are they gonna pass around seconds? And then the wine went around, and that was probably, to this day, maybe my memory of it has inflated it. Maybe it's because I was hungry and thirsty that anything would have been amazing. Like they say, there's no seasoning like hunger, right? And so I just remember sipping the wine. I was just, this is I'm just going full Pulp Fiction. It's like just going like this. This is some gourmet shit. I didn't know Christ's blood was spiced. Okay, now that I'm done, being sacrilegious, let's keep playing. But the noon bells chimed, marking the end of the cathedral service. We left the cathedral to greet the waiting crowd. Let me pour this a little more here. Let's see here. We left the cathedral and greeted the waiting crowd. As I stepped outside, Jesus was sloshed 24/7 because his blood was wine. I heard everyone cheering and chanted my name. Lucian's gambit seemed to have been a success. We waved proudly for a minute or two. See, sir, I told you that would work. We entered our cars and drove back to our suites and deer. Hey, all right. Well, that was relatively short, so that must have just only helped us. President attends the Day of Dissension. Celebrated by everybody. Swordland has once again felt unity amidst chaos to come together, forgot their differences, and celebrated the Word of God. All right. Oh, the railway's been getting worked on. Look, there's progress. Nice. Dinner with Justice Isabel. I think we're going to go ahead and... Do I want to go Selma Hayek or Penelope Cruz? But yeah. Nia Morgna had arranged a dinner meeting with Justice Isabel Edmonds this evening. Ahead of the dinner, Nia and I met to have a talk. So let's review who Isabel Edmonds is. She's been on the Supreme Court for 4 years now. She was the youngest person to ever serve in the High Court of Appeals. And she's also the first woman to serve on the Supreme Court. Because Nia is technically on the Supreme Court, or at least she has a vote in the Supreme Court. But she was our minister. I don't think she was... Yeah, she became minister under us. At once we were elected. Alright, so... After graduating from Whole Sword State Faculty of Law, she began her career as a judge. She was later a supervisory judge. She was appointed by Ewald Alfonso, who I don't think used to have a picture. So this was our predecessor. Let's see. Regarded to be a firm believer in democracy and secularism, and has spoken out against the oppression of the Sola state apparatus numerous times, known anti-communist and socially conservative. So she's a centrist. She's like, look, let's democratize. But better dead than red. Okay. So, let's get to it. We settled on a table on the second floor of Le Papillon, a world-class lesbian restaurant in downtown Holsword. The whole floor was reserved for us. And the whole floor, damn! the music. I'm just thinking of like Pretty Woman when he's playing the piano by himself. And then he bangs Julia Roberts on the piano, but you don't see that part because it's a classy movie. Anyway, so the music coming from downstairs was enough to guard our voices from potential eavesdroppers. I still can't believe Sol came to the vote. I'm sure, yes, now we have best minister ever, Nia, although actually no, Wessex a cool dude, but Nia, just peak centrism. It's like, I just want to get rid of corruption for God's sake, you know. I'm sure he has also pressured the justices of the court right after that win. I cannot speak in a sense into them. Okay, so we've got to get thinking here. We got to use our heads and our brains and our minds. Let's see here. We can ask, so we can say, what about Justice Edmonds? Do you think we can sway her? What is the atmosphere of the court? What has Orso been doing? Yeah, Orso ain't gonna vote with us anyway, whatever, screw her. What is the atmosphere in the court? Most justices don't really talk when I'm around. They don't trust me, as I'm an outsider member of the court. I only know about the 2 justices I've mentioned earlier who are with me, so we have 3 votes there. Also, thanks for the recent efforts of our... That's probably supposed to say thanks to. The recent efforts of our anti-corruption force, we managed to pressure several justices into cooperation. What? As in old guard justices? Did we pretty much tell them, you better vote with us or you're going to prison? What is going on? So we potentially have 4 to 5 votes in total. So today's meeting can bring us the last vote we need to reach 6. So I'm reading that as, because let's face it, it's going to be the old guard who are corrupt. If any of them are corrupt, it's probably the old guard. Although centrists can be corrupt too. Come on, guys. Who are the soulless here, right? Wow, that takes some pressure off, and I trust Nia. I trust her word on this. My trust in her is marrow deep. The old guards are fanatically opposing your proposal, so I doubt there's any possibility there. Can we rely on Isabel to bring all 3 centrist votes? We don't know for sure, of course, but the centrist trio always stick together, and Isabel is their mouthpiece. She's the only one willing to talk, so we have to take our chances with her. What about Justice Edmonds? Do you think we can sway her? That's kind of what we just said. Or maybe she'll give advice. Yes, I think she's our best bet. We have a meeting with her now, after all. She's not openly protesting against the old guards, but she has told me about her concerns about them. She's certainly open to dialogue, but also skeptical. She seems to be scared of a potential purge against the court. Huh. So you think she's scared of us? What's this? Cody says, CHG, I gotta ask something called Nurist keeps coming up. What exactly is that? Nurist is Nurism is the main religion of this country. It's like, from what I remember reading and from what we've seen, it would be like if, you know, you basically had Muhammad and the creation of Islam branching off of Christianity, but if like Islam had still retained a lot of the Catholic ceremony. So it's like Catholicism meets originalist Islam. At least that's what I'm getting. So so you think she's scared of us? She's not entirely scared about the situation, but then again, none of the court even believed that you would pass the assembly. She must also be under pressure after the anti-corruption police's raids against her fellow colleagues. There's been raids? When did this happen? Well, that'll shake up the court. What has Orso been doing, that fuck? He's doing his best to organize the court against your proposal, but there's huge pressure on them. The anti-corruption forces found incriminating evidence against some of the justices. Ugh. Although they have immunity, they are scared that these would go public. We've already gained a few more votes in the court, but I'm not sure more old guards would jump on the same wagon. Thank you for your efforts with the anti-corruption police. Thank you for signing the order, Mr. President. The efforts are bearing fruit. When will Isabel be here? She looked at her watch. I guess we have maybe 15 minutes? The waiter approached us and bowed in respect. Oh, the waiter doesn't have a codex entry? Did you decide on the entree, sir? We have a guest coming. We'll wait for her to order. Of course, sir. I'll be around. He went downstairs again, and this is the part where the chat says, he's a spy! He's a spy! Nia took a sip from her water and looked at me. Let me get some water, too. Never drink alcohol because you're thirsty. I almost always have a glass of water with anytime I'm drinking alcohol. Because when I'm sipping the alcohol, I want it to be because I want to taste it. I want to sip it because I'm thirsty. Nia took a sip from her glass of water and looked at me. Let's talk about you a little. Okay, that's weird. Let's see. You know what? I want to learn more about Nia. I like her. She's interesting. Let's review her backstory again. Where does her backstory start? With her being an attorney, she also teaches law at the university. She used to teach law. She came from a wealthy family. They lost their assets in the nationalization plan of the 1930s. Used to critique Seoul. She was appointed by Alfonso as the vice minister. Earned her reputation fighting corruption in the ministry. Huh. Maybe she'll tell us about what happened to her family. Yeah. Let's talk about you a little. Me? Hold on a sec. Ugh. Excuse me. Alright. Hold on, what's going on? You would go for a centrist, wouldn't you now, CHG? We have your type now. What? Yeah, you know, that's how you get me. You know, I could just find me when I'm out somewhere at like a concert and somebody just comes up to me and says,
I think that both sides are too radical.
And I was go, take me home, random woman. Alright, no, but I want to get some lore. Let's get some lore. I'm pretty sure, I'm feeling good. I don't think we need to be briefed. We're going to figure this out. Don't cheat on your wife. Am I on an adultery path because I wanted to talk about her? I'm not going to cheat on my wife, but is that a thing with Nia? Isn't Nia married? Isn't like only... I know that one of the women in my cabinet is single. Yeah, isn't Kiara the only one who's single? Because like that was the whole thing that she was pissed about because like they mock her. She gets mocked, you know, behind her back because she's not married, so they call her a spinster. But aren't Nia and Lilius married? Not to each other, or are they? Anyway, that makes no sense, Cody K. Anyway, so what do we want to do? Do we want to lore about her? You see, I don't want to say, is everything fine with you? Because then, like, that sounds like a trouble. I want to know more about you. Hit me with some lore. What do you want to know? What do you aim to achieve? It's pretty obvious. She wants to end corruption. Tell me about your past. That's what I want to know. My past? I thought you've read my biography before you chose me for the cabinet, Mr. President. Are you telling me... What's the matter with you? Is this the voices in your head? Do you not remember anything except for vague prologue chapters in the book of your life? But, that starts in 1953? I thought you read my biography before you chose me for the cabinet, Mr. President. She let out a short laughter. Shit. Did she just break the fourth? That was like almost fourth wall breaking in a way. It's like, why the fuck wouldn't you know about me if I was on your cabinet? Didn't you vet me? Hey, Kyle. Did the Constitution pass? No. Freaking... what was I gonna say? Yeah, I passed the assembly, but we're working on getting the justice votes. Okay, well, this is gonna be awkward, but I'm gonna say seriously, I want to know more about you. Give me lore! Give me lore, give me lore. I mean, I don't really know what to say. You already know about my background experience. Is this the game? Is this the developers fucking with us? Where it's like, tell me, like, what happened to... I want to know what happened to her family. Why did she lose... How'd they respond to losing all their money? And it's just... And she's just going, what the fuck are you talking about? You know you know who we are. You know about me. Santiago Gines, yeah, holy moly, she actually broke the fourth wall. Yeah, Nia, I'm just trying to have a conversation. It's like, stop breaking the fourth wall, Nia. Is it even really breaking the fourth wall? If anything, it's not acknowledging the fourth wall at all. It's like, maybe... It's like maybe I need to talk to her and say, it's like, and she just, what if she's, I kind of want to keep pursuing this. Like, what if she just starts going, why are you talking to me like you need an exposition dump from me, Mr. President? And then I start going crazy and I'm the one breaking the fourth wall, or saying, because I need an exposition dump for the voices in my head. We're doing reformist democracy, Suzerain, with conquering history games characteristics where the voices in my head vote and they don't know enough about you. How do I know that you're not secretly corrupt? How do I know that you're not some sort of killmonger, type agent working on a long-term plan to do sedition inside the government from the inside because you're embittered about how your family lost all their money when the nationalization happened in the 1930s? The voices in my head want answers, Nia! Now fucking answer! Hey, Tenbray. Alright. We're gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna just tell her, I'm just trying to have a conversation. Well, how about you tell me something first? Are you fucking with me, Nia? Nia is fucking with me, or the writers are fucking with me. What the hell? Just... It's like, there's a part of me that wonders if like, because I know there's been a couple of small updates I haven't seen WandaVision, so I don't know what you guys are saying, but I know there's been a couple of a couple of you guys keep saying Mia. It's Nia with an N, but there's a couple of... Wait, no, what was I saying? Yeah, telling something first. Yeah, I know there's been a couple of updates since this game came out, and it only came out a couple of months ago, so part of me wonders if they're like, they released the game, but because it wasn't a high priority, they didn't work on it yet, but they want to expand on her backstory about this, like, lost assets of her family, and they don't have it ready yet. So they just quickly wrote this chain of dialogue to fuck with the player. It's like if you try to find out her backstory and she's going, I don't know. Let's talk about you, Mr. President. The post-assembly vote section of the game received content updates, so you might be right. Yeah, so this whole thing where we just can't get her to talk... that we just can't get her to talk about her past is telling me they haven't locked it in yet. Yes, and now Kessler is saying he doesn't even remember seeing this conversation when he played the game. So yeah, maybe this is something they're like, well, look, like just write some filler thing in case somebody tries to find out her background. We're gonna save it for later, and you know it's gonna be like a crazy thing, like she's gonna fucking assassinate the president. All right. What do you want to know, Nia? Let's see if she keeps fucking with me. She took another sip from her glass. Tell me, Mr. President, why did you vote for Alfonso in the 46th Congress? Jesus, that was 7 years ago. Fuck, I don't remember what, because I think we did random number generation for the prologue, and plus that was so long ago. We're on the 16th live stream of this game. Huh. Let's see here. It was time for Sol to leave. He was the only alternative. At the time, I really believed that Alfonso would do great things. I think we're gonna say it was time for Sol to leave. He was the only alternative. Oh, sorry, Timber. I just saw your thing right now. Just pull up the video. Too late. Too late. That's true. He was the only option for sure. Anyway, I think Isabel is going to be here very soon. Maybe we should return back to the topic. Damn it, Nia! I just wanted to know your lore, and we wasted the 15 minutes. God damn. This is the first time I've actually been seriously annoyed that we don't have a proper save file. I know we can go back to the checkpoints, but I wish we could do just like one save file right before this conversation so I could just go through all the paths and talk to her. Damn. I just wanted to know her background. Fuck. The pressure's on her. Not to mention the pressure from the anti-corruption police, but if she feels cornered, we might lose her. So it's important not to put too much pressure on her. Lore blue balls hurt bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've got swollen lore blue balls right now. It's the fucking Hoover Dam of being backed up right now of lore. Let's not overthink this. Agreed. Suddenly, I noticed Justice Isabel Edmonds coming upstairs. She was wearing a plain dark gray dress that hid most of her features. What? Yeah, I guess features can refer to your whole body, although it's typically used to refer to your face. So I'm just imagining her in like a burqa. You know, just her eyes are out or something. Don't worry, many other characters can break the fourth wall. Even Peter goes full philosophical. And then it ends with, or maybe I'm just too drunk. It's good to see you, Mrs. Edmonds. Nia got up from her chair to shake Isabel's hand. Stand up for a handshake? Mr. President, it's good. No. How do I want to do her voice? Maybe like a Penelope Cruz. You know, give me a second here. Hold on. Give me a second. Or Selma Hayek. Let's see here.
Disfrutaba mucho de picarles a todos en el rodaje porque eran todos muy futboleros y cuando España empezó a ganar y ganar y ganar, yo me presentaba en el rodaje con la camiseta de la roja. Nunca llegamos a las manos, pero hubo muchos roces con eso. Y sí, love, Sam. Pero la verdad es que mirábamos el plan de rodaje.
Okay. I don't know why I ever even like look up these voices because I can never do them right anyway.
What do you want?
I want something different.
No, not.
What?
Ya que nos la ibas a jugar y no la has jugado. No lo sabía.
Yeah, but.
¿Cómo lo sabía? ¿Cómo lo sabía?
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be a little too high pitched. We might go for hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh god. Oh jeez. I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh. Okay. Woo. Let's look into Selma Hayek. Although she kind of has like, if I remember correctly, she's got like a very slight drawl. If that makes sense.
Salma, muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros y aceptar esta entrevista con Univision.
Gracias.
¿Cómo es posible que con tantos años de amistad con Eugenio Derbez, recién hasta
Iba yo a meter mano y que íbamos a hacer una cosa que entre juntos íbamos a elaborar. Lo que le faltaba.
Okay, so, Mr. President, good to see you.
I'm fucking it up. Good to see you, Justice Edmonds. Oh yeah, let's put the Suzerain thing on there. She took a seat across the table.
How was your day, Mrs. Edmonds? I would normally say good, but this time I will take the liberty to say that it was insanely exhausting. Heavy court matters again, not that I'm complaining.
Suddenly, the waiter approached us.
Are you ready to give the orders, sir?
Madam,
I'll have the stout pearl latte, please.
as you wish. Mrs. Edmonds?
I'll have the salad, thank you.
Of course.
And you, sir?
Of course. And you, sir? I'll have the salad too. Perfect. He quickly took a couple notes in his tiny notebook. I'll be back shortly. Those were spy notes. There's achievements tied to this? Are you serious? What, like, for what I ordered? Are you sure you're not confusing it with the, when I was in the other restaurant? Because I already got that achievement where I ordered the pasta and the rice. You see, now I'm more, I love to achievement hunt. So what achievements can we get here? Did I order the wrong thing? Because I'll seriously reset this checkpoint right now. And I'll just click through super fast. We'll be back in like less than a minute. But I will reset right fucking now if it means I could get an achievement. I'm checking the achievement list right now. I'm not seeing anything specific. You know what, though? You know what? We are going to go back to the last checkpoint, though, because I'm going to try this conversation with Nia one more time. Let's see. Tenbray says, when I play this game, I'm picking all the most boring food options. Poor ASMR. I'm pouring frequently because I'm kind of drinking out of a small thing. No, we're doing Kessler. No. It's not because of the achievement. It's because I want to talk to Nia more. I want to see if I could get her fucking backstory. All right, blah 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 blah. What's the atmosphere? Can we use her for all 3 votes? Do you think we can sway her? She's our best bet. So you think she's scared of us? What's Orso been doing? Thank you for your efforts with the anti-corruption police. When will Isabel be here? 15 minutes. We have a guest coming. We'll wait for her to order. Pick salad because salad supremacy. Is that a thing? All right. Let's talk about you a little. Me? Let's see here. Does this salad taste like almonds to you? Okay, apparently there's some sort of salmon meme that I'm not aware of. I'm getting flashbacks to the Ho Chi Minh spamming in the TNO campaign videos. Okay, Let's try to go a little less direct. Instead of saying directly, I want to know more about you. We're gonna go... Yeah, we'll go indirect. We're gonna ask how she's doing. We're gonna get them to open up a little bit. What does Suzerain mean? Well, Suzerain is a real word. It's yeah, that's a real word. Although there's a lot of made up one. But a suzerain is basically it's a term from like, well, I was gonna say the Middle Ages, but or the medieval age, but it's kind of been used all over the world, not just in Europe. But it's a term to denote somebody who is your superior in the feudal system. Like meaning specifically the person who, like, you might be a quote unquote independent country, but you have somebody over you who's your boss, who you swear fealty to. So that person is your suzerain. Almonds means cyanide. You can copy the save file manually if you want to have multiple saves. Could be useful for a suzerain guide. That would be interesting. Although I kind of feel like if I have thought about it, maybe making a series of guide videos for suzerain, but I think that would destroy the spirit of the game. Anyway, we're going to try a little indirect route this time. How have you been holding up these rough days? I'm fine, Mr. President. Thanks for asking. I'm just focused on our proposal. If it passes the Supreme Court, this will be a historical moment for Swordlet. I just don't want to see another failure trying to change this Constitution anymore. Let's see here. Me neither, Mrs. Morgana. Ah, so she is married. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, me neither, Mrs. Morgana. Yeah, and we have to make sure we succeed. I've done my best so far, Mr. President. It's up to you now to persuade Isabel. She's the last remaining piece of the puzzle. We are close to finalizing it, but that idea alone is enough to make me a little stressed. Don't worry, we've got this. I hope we succeed. You and I, we are a strong team, Nia. We will succeed. That's redundant. Do you really think we're a strong team, though? Okay, I don't like that number 4. I could achieve anything with a woman like you by my side. Why do you have to bring her gender into it, bro? So, how about... of course, we've done a great deal so far. Thank you. It really means a lot. Nia took another sip from her glass of water and looked at me. Tell me, Mr. President, why did you vote for Alfonso? Dang it! Alright. Yeah, believed Alfonso was going to do the thing. Dang it! It didn't work! Okay, we're going to try one more time. Last time I'll do this, I swear. I just want to get her freaking backstory. Like, I didn't even want it that bad before, but she's swerving, you know, she's it's like I'm shooting question bullets at her and she's just going Neo from the Matrix, you know, just dodging them all. We're gonna try one more time. One more time. Okay. Okay. Do you think we could sway her? You think she's scared of us? What's the atmosphere? What I like is that you could catch back up so quickly. Can we rely on her to bring in all the votes? What's Orso been doing? Great. Thanks for your efforts with the anti-corruption police. When will she be here? 15 minutes. We're going to wait for her to order. Okay. Let's talk about you a little. What's Ian doing? It's like, what are those emoticons or whatever? It's like globes. Alright, I swear this will be the last time. Yeah, see, she's gonna send her to the gulag. You don't want to talk? I'm gonna make you fucking talk, Nia! What's your plan? Are you a spy? Let's see here. You know what? Let's not go directly for the past. We're gonna say... We usually... Oh, they're blue balls. Yeah, they're lore blue balls. We usually don't have time to talk alone. I was just interested to know more about you. Oh, okay. She took another sip from her water. I don't really know what to say. You already know about my background experience. That's not what I meant. Well, how about you tell me something first? God! There's something to this. Why are they trying so hard to hide her past? You know, it's a one-sentence part of her background. Then she was a very strong critic of Soul's programs. When did she join the actual government? She was appointed vice minister. Now I wonder if I should trust Nia at all. They're trying to hide her past, the developers. Why? Why would you give this sentence here? Because she's been so... And we've talked about it a lot in other live streams, how she has given pretty much no stance on how she feels politically about anything. Only thing she says is... Fight corruption, fight corruption, fight corruption, fight corruption. And yet, this background story, like, her family was rich, they were wealthy, and they lost it in the nationalization plans of the 30s. And she won't talk. Get a little sip here. How about... I don't want to say what you want to know over. She already asked her that. Hey, Kyle, and then Kyle just brought it up. Not much to tell. I'm a pretty regular man outside of politics. You know what? No. Let's do it. You know what? Let's go for a joke. Diffuse her. Let her put her guard down. And then we say, are you trying to overthrow the government? Did you know that I'm one of the top 4 best presidents of Swordland? She frowned at me at first, and then smiled. Very funny, Mr. President. She took another sip from her glass. Tell me, Mr. President. Oh, God! Okay, at the time I believed he would do great things. Me too. Fuck it. Alright then, keep your... I'm like Frodo at the Fellowship of the Ring. Like, alright then, keep your secrets. Let's not overthink this. As if I haven't just been overthinking all the things. Good to see you, Justice Edmonds. How's your day, Mrs. Edmonds? Heavy court matters, not complaining. What is a sauté perla anyway? Perle. It's probably like a made-up thing in their world. I'm looking up what a perlaise is. Yeah, nothing's coming up, so it's clearly like a made-up something, like a fish or whatever. Excuse me. Kyle, I already picked one before! Mrs. Edmonds. And by the way, I'm a firm believer in gender equality. I'm not letting her order first just because she's a woman. I'm doing it because she's our guest. And we're trying to make her comfortable before we say,
"You're gonna fucking vote for us, or I'm gonna sick the anti-corruption police on you." And you know what's ironic? They're corrupt, and they work for me, and they will make shit up if they have to. Now you better fucking vote for this reform, Mrs. Edmonds.
I'm kidding, of course.
I'll have the salad, thank you.
I've already lost whatever accent I was going to do. Oh, wait a second. I think I have the video here still.
Mucho la autenticidad.
Of course. And you, sir, I'll have the salad too. I don't want to eat what Mrs. Morgna's having. He took notes in his tiny book. I'll be back shortly. Let's see. How is this? What do we want to do here? It gets oddly ASMR when you angrily whisper into the mic. Thank you. I do try. Minimally, but I do try. How is the situation in the Supreme Court? Let's keep it casual at first. Let's say busy. She moved herself on the chair to be more comfortable. Let me do that too.
First of all, I want to congratulate you on the successful vote in the Grand National Assembly. But it pains me to say that your proposal has a very low chance of getting through the Supreme Court.
And what do you think about the proposal itself? You see, we could say not if you support us, but then that's putting her in too much power. We gotta almost act like we don't need her. That's stupid. But anyway, but let's try to get her opinion. Let's suss her out.
To start with, I think it's disrespectful. You're packaging it as a democratic reform, yet it smells like an attack against the Supreme Court. Mrs. Edmonds, you know it's true, Mrs. Morgana. Mr. President,
Morgana. From the Tales of King Arthur. They just switched it to Morgana. Is Nia an enchantress working for the Arcasian government? But seriously, let's get moving here.
Why should I vote for a proposal that will take away my immunity as a justice? Was this the promised reform? Impeaching a justice with the decision of the Assembly?
Yeah, she's not a spy, she's a witch!
The same Assembly that your party controls, by the way.
Okay, we gotta tread very carefully. Will we be Arthur and have a Mordred with her who will be our downfall? Guys, what if the plot twist is that Frank's mother is actually Nia because she bewitched me one night and stole my seed? It's not a Conquering History game stream if he's not screaming about his seed being stolen, am I right, guys? But seriously, though, let me look at my family here. That's Monica. And that's Frank. His hair's right between... Actually, no. His hair is lighter than mine. But it's not the same color as his mother's. So it's a mix. Oh my god, guys. Nia's an enchantress that stole our seed! Maybe I'm getting paranoid and conspiratorial because the drink I'm having is called Bigfoot. Cody says, "I'll write the fan fiction." Yeah, I'll get right on it. And and then Cody's just at a typewriter, got the button shirt on, rolled up, smoking a cigarette, and just clacking away at a typewriter, just.
It was at this point that Anton Rain's consciousness began to fade. The last thing he heard was the cackling of a witch.
Wow, we're getting off track. Let's get back to it. Centrism. We need proper balance of power, Mrs. Edmonds. Try to see the bigger picture.
Proper? You're already trying to take our right to vote on constitutional legislature and also open a way to impeach us, are you not?
She sighed. At that moment, the waiter came back from downstairs carrying plates of food. Damn, that shit was fast. Oh, then again, it was just salads. It's not like you had to cook it. After seeing that we were in the midst of a discussion, he averted his eyes as he approached us. He quickly started serving the food and refilling our glasses, which I will also do. Yeah, Serge, exactly. Yeah. How would she fake Monica being pregnant? Why would Monica remember being pregnant? Because Nia's an enchantress. Keep up, Serge. Keep up. No, you are keeping up. You're keeping up fine. He placed the plate of salad luco in front of me. It looked very fresh and smelled of olive oil. Bit of olive oil. Has anyone ever seen that video of that one dude who's like Gordon Ramsay's mentor, and it's called Olive Oil, and he's just constantly pouring olive oil into everything. He's going, just a little bit of olive oil, and it's just glub, glub, glub. Like you actually can hear sometimes the blub, 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 just to get the Mediterranean flavor in there. It's just like, shit, people would think my food's good too if I just dumped, a half a gallon of oil on it, fat and salt and stuff. Let's see. Bon appetit. Thank you, it looks delicious. The waiter bowed to us and quickly went downstairs. Salad with oil on it, that sounds awful. Well, that's what dressing basically is. It's oil. It's just oil, and then you infuse it with different flavors. It kind of depends on the, what kind of dressing you get, though. Has anybody ever had Russian salad dressing? I swear it tastes like ketchup. I think it's supposed to be really fatty, too. It probably helps in the winter. We wished each other a good meal as Isabel and Nia slowly started to eat.
So, Mrs. Edmonds, are you still thinking the same about the old guard? Of course, nothing has changed. That's good. We still have that in common. That doesn't mean I will accept any proposal the old guards oppose. Nor it means I will put the whole court under the bus.
Russian dressing is ketchup in mayo. Yeah, there you go.
The impeachment clause about the justices affects all of us, after all.
I understand your concerns. I also do not agree with that clause. But we must start somewhere. I am supporting the president because he made this proposal with good intentions. Isabel took a sip from her water and turned to me. I'm also going to do that sip of water.
Tell me, Mr. President, what are your real intentions?
We could say better democracy. I don't know I can do a lot, but I'm doing my best to start the change. I want a strong Swordland. I'm trying not to lose the support of the people. This is their will. Firm believer in democracy. That's what it says in her bio. Spoken out against oppression. Yeah. We need a better democracy. That's all I'm striving for. We started streaming 69 minutes ago, did we? You better slam that like button then for the funny sex number.
Better democracy by eliminating the justices whenever you want. By binding the court to the assembly to do their bidding. Why did you include that in the proposal, knowing that you need our vote?
I had to clean up the old guard. I thought you would agree to that. I thought the court could see reason. Yeah. I believed that respectable justices like you are against the old guard. It's like, look, I just heard that respectable justices who are super duper smart and very handsome and or beautiful, depending on their gender, are all against the old guard. That's what I just heard anyway.
Look, I am in opposition to them and definitely stand against their dominance. But this is not the way. But let's say this proposal goes through. What will be your next move?
What would be my next move? Eliminate the old guard from all branches of government. Ensure the new processes are respected and executed in transparency. Further the reforms. And focus on our internal and external threats. She's already hesitant about reforms. We shouldn't say further them. Yep, Santiago, that's what I was thinking too. We will ensure the new processes are respected and executed in transparency.
I see.
Isabel took another sip from her water. Oh, missed the water. And looked at me without saying anything. What do you want in return for the centrist vote? No! No! That's setting up for a bribe. Mrs. Edmonds, please help us achieve this victory. We have to be together in this. Number 2 doesn't sound like you'll shoot her and the old guard.
Perhaps that is the way we must take... Can you explain me one thing? How come you think that the Supreme Court's right to vote on constitutional amendments is a major problem with such priorities?
What?
I thought we were... I'm asking the president, Mrs. Morgana.
Okay, wait. Let me try to understand this. Explain one thing. How come you think that the Supreme Court's right to vote on constitutional amendments is a major problem with such priority? Why don't you ask the reformists? The proposal was made together. Well, that's a stupid response. We're not going to say that. The court has been stopping every constitutional change. The judiciary should not have legislative powers, or that point was a red line for Mr. Richter. We had to include it. I think we had that on our own. Richter didn't do it. Okay, so we're not going to do 1. We're not going to do 4. Absolutely not. But yeah, the judiciary. You know what? Okay, so that puts us down between 2 and 3, but I don't want to say 2 because she's part of the court. So if I say they're stopping constitutional changes, that sounds like I'm blaming her. That's going to put her on the defensive. So we're going to say the judiciary should not have legislative powers, Mrs. Evans, which they shouldn't, because if the judiciary wanted to be legislative, they should be legislative. When in doubt. In multiple choice questions, just eliminate. Start narrowing it down. As a veteran of the Texas public school system, I know about how to get through standardized tests and bullshit your way through multiple choice. I'm kidding. I actually did know my shit, though. I didn't have to use little tricks that way. Remind me to tell y'all about a couple of history exams I took sometime. Anyway.
So that is your position. I see.
Uh-oh. Oh shit! Did we? I don't know what to say, Mr. President. Oh crap! I think we lost her.
I want the old guard gone as much as you, but I am torn about this proposal.
Don't be weird together in this. Let's open the way for further reforms. Vote yes. There's not much to think. No, I don't like how that sounds. Please, Mrs. Edmond, we need your help. Maybe we should say number one, actually. Together. You know, we need to stop talking to her like she's outside of us. It needs to be more like, Isabel, we're all on the same team here. We're all trying to become democratic. Don't want to say number two, because when I say it's not much to think, that because she is thinking about it. Let's see, Cody said, if you knew your shit, you wouldn't have an enchantress steal your seed and me writing fan fiction about it. Let's open the way for further reforms.
Mr. President, I am also wondering, if you were in Thol's position, how would you have structured the Supreme Court? What do you even believe is its role?
Hold on. Excuse me. Man, I think somebody's right. We need to have like a Conquering History Games sneeze compilation. As all headphone users especially know, I have some pretty... I've been told, let me put it this way, I've been told I sneeze like a cartoon character sometimes. Anyway. If you were in Sol's position, what do you even believe it's its role? Purely an advisory body for legislation and high criminal court. Advisory body? No, that doesn't sound right. It must have the power of judicial review. Yes! Judicial review. Marbury versus Madison. Marbury versus Madison. In the chat. Marbury versus Madison. Marbury versus Madison. Marbury versus Madison. But let's look what the other options are. The court protects the Constitution. I would have done the same with my proposal today. Why? Yeah. It's like, you know, we like Mrs. Justice. What I say, Mrs. or Justice? Justice Edmonds. You don't want to be writing legislation, dealing with legislation. It's just so. It's so much minutia and boring. Why don't you just, hit that gavel a couple times and just strike down shit you don't like? That's a much better gig. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll tell you, there are so many, again, as a veteran of the Texas public school system, there's so many students, which I guarantee you, they got the Marbury versus Madison judicial review question correct on their standardized tests, and they don't have a clue what actually happened in that case. But, I love it. The chat's going great. It's great. Fantastic. You guys are awesome.
So what do you think about the judicial review?
Why are you asking me these questions? It plays an essential role in ensuring that each branch of government recognizes the limits of its own power, or it gives the court an abrupt power over other branches. Do we take away their ability to veto laws? I don't think so. No, there was a thing where... I guess that technically might have been the thing, yeah. Anyway. It's an essential role in ensuring that each branch of government recognizes the limits of its own powers. Yeah. I think, right? Maybe. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Centrism, go with the middle. We took away their ability to veto amendments. There you go.
Precisely. I'm glad that we agree on that.
Isabel went on to finish the remaining of her salad. We're finding more and more typos and grammar errors now that we're in Chapter 3. Is it just me?
So, Mrs. Edmonds, what are you thinking? I want to help you, Mrs. Morgana. But if I give you the power to impeach us today, what's going to happen tomorrow? Can you even give me any guarantee that this will not result in the destruction of the court? Oh, man.
As I've said before, it's only a safety mechanism. You have nothing to worry about. The justices cannot be impeached so easily. I promise, Mrs. Edmonds, centrists will have nothing to worry about. You have my word. But then that just sounds like, you know, we're gonna fire a lot of people willy-nilly without cause, but you'll be okay. You have nothing to worry about. I don't know, none of these are great, but we'll go with 2 because centrism. She took a sip from her glass. She does that a lot.
Well, I actually have to say this too. I'm really surprised that the proposal is abolishing the Member of Honor title. I support that part. Oh, okay. Tell me, are you planning to put Sol to trial?
Huh. Yes, he should be properly investigated and finally answer for his crimes. Ooh, don't say that. It'll somehow get back to the old guard and that'll kill us. I have no such plans. The important thing here now is he will be a regular sort of citizen, or no, even though I'm abolishing his position, he must be respected as the founder of our second republic. We'll just go with the middle. Centrism for the centrist. From a centrist to a centrist, I take the middle centrist option for dialogue.
I see. I also like that the proposal introduces term limits. That's another good point. Anyway, I don't have much else to say. You've decided then? Let's see.
This vote means a lot to us. Let's see what I want to see. Let her think. Let her think on it. I'm going to shut up. I've already said everything. Just centrism, say nothing, take no positions. I waited for her to continue.
I think I can get behind this proposal.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Edmonds.
I can get you the 3 votes you need. We were already somewhat inclined to vote for the proposal. I will talk with my group.
Yes! Woo! Thank you. We're not even going to pressure. Are you sure you can bring the 3 votes? Just shut up and take it. We're just taking it. Thank you. Thank you. It's great to hear that you'll support us. Thank you. Oh, boy. All right, that's great. Okay, so we're going to have Nia and the other 2 reformists. We're going to have Isabel and the 2 other centrists, hopefully. And allegedly, we've got a couple of old guard members that we've caught in some corruption scandals. So maybe we might even get some of them to vote for this. So we've got wiggle room here. We might be able to get 1 or 2 judges above the margin.
I see that we're all finished with our meals, too. I think it's time to conclude this meeting. Thank you for inviting me here, Mr. President.
Yeah, big Tommy Tar. Dab! It's like I just dab at the table. Just nice! And she goes,
second thought, Mr. President, I'm afraid I'm going to have to retract my support for the proposal.
Whew! Thank you for coming. let's see. She stood up and shook my hand. Thank you for the meeting, Mrs. Edmonds. Likewise. Isabel took her coat and what? Wait, no. Some of you guys are saying that there's 9 people on the Supreme Court. No, there's actually 11. So if we get the reformists and the centrists, that'll exactly give us how much we need. Because we need 6 out of 11. It's not a 2/3. But we might be able to also get 1 or 2 old guards. So maybe we could be looking at an 8-3. Yeah. Celebrate salad. Come on! Isabel took her coat and walked downstairs. Nia and I looked at each other. And I just go, so... Nia, tell me about your fucking past now that we're alone again. That's good news. Yeah. That's great news. After a few minutes of thoughtful silence, we also got up for a minute. He said, "Lift the." Excuse me, did he just say minutes? For minutes? A few minutes? So at least 3. We just sat there not saying each other. Somebody get me the dev's phone number. I'm going to call them up and say what the fuck is going on with Nia's backstory. Anyway, it was a good start, but I was still uncertain if Isabel would be enough. I'm not. I think we're good. I got in the presidential Kadia, and Sergey started driving me home. We did it, everybody. But how are the mega projects going? Railways coming along. The seaport has started. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more event, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna just have this last conversation. I guess we're gonna meet out with Garachi, but who cares? Wait. Oh shoot! No, it's not even a conversation. What's this? The vote of the Supreme Court draws near, and we need to sway Justice Heron Garaki to... That's this guy. This is Hawker's sidekick. To maximize our chances of winning the vote for the new Constitution. After the initial rejection, we could bribe him, send Lucian or Nia to convince him to enter the negotiation table, or outright ignore the justice. Sergey, you know many things. Do you know about Nia's past? And he goes, Nia Morgna? I'll look into it, Mr. President. And then he's going to go, it's like, sir, she's an enchantress. She's a time traveler. She's after something called the Holy Grail. And she said, call me Saber. It was very weird. No, wait, it's Sergey. And she said to call me Saber. It was very unusual, sir. Okay, so we're not going to bribe him. We could send Lucian, which would probably be better because he's an old guard guy. He probably doesn't want to talk to a woman. We could send Nia, or we could ignore him. I kind of want to ignore him because I don't think we need his vote anymore. But you know what we're going to do? Because, again, my trust... I'm trusting in her, or I want to see if she's going to... If Nia's going to screw me in the end. Like, if there's some sort of trick I'm not aware of, but I doubt it because she's very anti-soul. So we're actually going to send Nia. Bribe him, then fire him for taking a bribe. Yeah. It was a sting operation the whole time, Heron! So we're going to send Nia. Just because. We've got it in the bag, I think. Let's see here. So I managed to convince Isabel for her support in the Supreme Court. What do we got going on over here? We have Nia's report about Justice Garachi. So we're going to find out immediately how it went. Nia Morgna reported that she, had a half-hour-long meeting with Justice Heron Garachi, but failed to convince him to meet with the president. She also said that she did her best to persuade him to support the proposals, but didn't get any proper answers. She expressed her deep apology for not bringing anything meaningful from her meeting with the justice. Kind of like how you didn't bring anything meaningful when I asked about your past. Oh shit, it's happening now! It's happening now! I know that, Santiago, but I think I have it anyway. Announcement of the Supreme Court's decision. Office of the President of Swordland Maroon Palace. Here we go. Here we go. Don't screw Naya, be faithful to your wife Monica. You know what I meant, Ian! You people and your double entendres. Alright, so yeah, this is it. We're gonna find out what's going on. Hey there, Caesar, what's up? This is the big moment, Caesar. Do you think we got it? Uh-oh. Back at the office, I was eagerly awaiting for the decision of the Supreme Court regarding our change to the Constitution. I stood up from my chair and looked out the window. Peter and Pascal were with me too. Why is Pascal with me? Okay, whatever. Peter was slouching on the couch on the right side of the office and staring at the ceiling. Pascal sat across from me. He was also eagerly waiting for the results. You seriously wrote a fan fiction, Cody? Caesar did look doubtful. You guys couldn't see his face, but he really did. If you actually wrote a fan fiction about me, please DM me it or something through Discord. And if I like it enough, maybe I'll read it publicly on a stream or something. Don't do it unless you want to. Okay, you didn't. You were just joking around. Or I was like, boy, that would be an interesting stream. So Pascal set across for me. Oh no, yeah, Cody, don't like, don't spend time writing fan fiction for me. Like, unless you want to. Only write if you want to write. Don't do it in hopes of it being read publicly. Write for its own sake. The whole process has. What, do you have a problem with Pascal taking up space? I just think it's weird that the healthcare guy is with us. Well, I don't know. It's fine. The whole process had been tough on all of us, but now there was nothing left to do but wait for the justices to cast their vote. What do you think, Anton? Are we going to make history today? Yes, I'm sure of it. I'm feeling confident. So, you trust Isabel to bring the votes? Yes, I'm sure she will support the proposal. I hope so. I trust Isabel. According to Nia, she's a woman of her word. But anyway, we'll learn about the vote soon. The session is already underway. By the way, what time is it? I looked at the tall case clock in the room. It was already 20 past 11. The court's voting session was scheduled to end in 10 minutes. It's 20 past 11. We have about 10 minutes. Do not reply. Why is this an option? So we're going to say we have about 10 minutes. Alright, we'll soon hear about the results then. But anyway, he rose from his slouch and stretched. I don't know if you noticed, but Kazaro has been getting popular in the assembly recently. Our party's been supporting him on a lot of bills, some of which have already reached you. What do you make of this? I think he's a very dangerous man, Anton. We can't let him divide our party. I agree, we have to watch him closely. His party only holds 40 seats, Anton. Yet he manages to pass bills. That man is the trouble. Maybe we shouldn't allow our party to be so generous with what they support. Suddenly, Livia entered the room. In her hands was a large object wrapped in straw paper. It's a... Kazaro sends a... excuse me, Mr. President, Kazaro sent a message. He says that, Nia Morgana sleeps with the fishes. Anyway. Good day to you, Mr. President and Mr. Benewal. Am I interrupting you? See, she uses formal language with everybody but Peter. Oh my god, Peter, you fucking disgust me. It's okay, Livia. What happened? The Chief Justice has sent you this. Oh man, it is a bomb. She showed me the wrapped object. What is it? I don't know. A painting? I'll just bring it to you. Huh. She walked up to the table and gave it to me. I immediately started to remove the wrapping to reveal a framed photograph. What? It was an old black and white photograph of Tarquin's soul posing on a destroyed tank in Whole Sword Square. The building behind him had thousands of bullet holes on it, and the clearly readable slogan, "Victory is close," written on its walls. Instead of a Sicilian message, it's a Swordland message? What is this? The date, 22nd of May, 1929, was written in the corner with a black marker. I turned to Livia. What do you think this means, Livia? Why am I asking my secretary that? Weren't we going to put her in charge of foreign affairs earlier, too? Did Orso say anything to you about this? No, but he's obviously trying to send you a message. I what? Hi, Olivia. Peter, she's been in the room for like 3 minutes already, but dude, oh, it's so embarrassing and it's so bad, Peter. Noticing Peter on the couch, Livia reddened slightly. She gave a small wave, which Peter returned. Mr. Vice President, I'll be leaving now. Oh my god. How did Peter and I become best friends? I just... As soon as she left the room, Peter came up next to me and took a look at the photograph. A nice present. You know what, Peter? You spray so much dumb shit from your mouth that it's honestly fascinating to watch sometimes. So I want to know what he has to think. What does he think? What is it? Victory will be close, huh? Orso's getting ahead of himself. Suddenly, Lucian rushed into the room. Mr. President, the vote has been concluded. We immediately gathered around him. Congratulations, sir! The constitutional changes are finalized, with 6 justices voting for the proposal. Yes! Peter jumped up and down like a little kid. Yes! Congratulations, everybody! Congratulations! Wait, how am I reacting? This is a historic moment, Anton. We've changed Seoul's constitution in 1929. I'm without words. We are writing history. Yeah, okay, let's celebrate. We are writing history, people. History has its eyes on us. Only 6. It's probably because we probably pissed off the old guard when we sent a woman to negotiate. Screw it. We did it, everybody. We need some party music. Yeah, wait, you know what? You know what I'm gonna play? It's a new day in Swordland, a new year. Hold on. Hold on. Let me cue up the music. Let's cue up the music. Hit it! Woo! Pop the champagne, y'all! The warmth of your love's like the warmth from the sun, and this will be our year. It took a long time to come. Don't let go of my. You know what? Let's play it a little slower. Let's kind of really soak in it. All right. I've gone. Oh, this will be our year. It took a long time to come, and I won't forget the way you held me up on it. You know what? We're doing the slow version. Let's go slow. Woo! Warmth of your love's like the warmth from the sun, meaning the love of our country. And this will be our year. Took a long time to come. Woo! Don't let go of my hand. Yo, Peter, get off the screen. You didn't do this. You weren't part of this. We know who really helped do this. Our cabinet. Especially the best minister ever. Best justice minister ever. Come. Woo! Got fireworks playing. When I was down, I won't forget the way you said, darling, I love you. You gave me faith to go on. Woo! Vinyl record's a little scratchy. It's going too slow. Little faster. Yeah. We did it. We did it. I just let me blow up my face cam. We did it together, voices in my head. Ha ha. Oh. Woo. Oh, yo. Woo. I'm just absorbing it, y'all. 16 live streams to get here. Woo! This will be our year. Took a long time to come. Woo! This will be our year. Took a long time to come. Alright, let's shut those fireworks off now. Okay, back to the music. Okay, maybe let's not listen to Critical, but thank you very much. Thank you extremely very much for the super chat. Also nice victory pretzels for everybody. We are writing history. Damn right we are. Peter approached to give me a hug. No, Peter, you get to shake my hand. You're a little bit on my bad side right now. He paused for a moment, looking slightly disappointed, before shaking it vigorously. Oh, the symbol! Sorry. Yeah, my face cam, you meant. Alright, yeah, so... You did well, Anton. Congratulations, sir. Today is a big day. You must also start preparing a speech to announce the changes, sir. I'll go ahead and reach out to the cabinet. We can celebrate this thing together over a meeting. Got an achievement! Constitution of 56, baby! How many people have done that? Let's look this up. Constitution of 56. Oh, it's you know, about a third of people have done it. That makes sense. Still, have they done it as strong as I have? Alright, we got to work to plan our next steps. Well, that's it. We're done. We're going to wrap it up here. I vote that we have an intervention for Peter. We got to do something about him. That's for sure. Took us 16 live streams in 3 years in game. So let's look at the new news and we'll call it a day there. Of course, Lucian thinks the best way to celebrate is with a meeting. That's a pretty good one, Ian. Let's see. The reform package was passed into law with a win at the Supreme Court. Hell yeah. Let's see. Several new active policies have now gone into effect. Let's review those for those of you who don't remember everything we did. The president is now impeachable by the court and the assembly. The president of Swordland is not responsible for the actions performed in the exercise of presidential duties, except in the case of high treason or violation of the Constitution. In such cases, he may be impeached with a 2/3 majority vote in both the Grand National Assembly and the Supreme Court. The appointment of ministers will require the Assembly. The President will nominate the ministers. Said ministers will require a confidence vote from the Grand National Assembly for their appointment. According to the new Constitution, the President cannot be elected to serve more than 2 terms. Justices are impeachable by Assembly. The Supreme Court justices may be proposed to be impeached on the legal grounds of unconstitutional behavior. A valid impeachment proposal will require a 2/3 majority decision of the Grand National Assembly. The new Constitution, Article 99, which defines the Member of Honor title, has been removed. Suck it, soul. Constitutional amendments require Assembly. Excuse me. What is with the sneezing? I think it's actually the beer. According to the Article 5 of the Constitution, an amendment may be proposed by members of the Assembly with at least 150 signatures. A 2/3 majority vote in the Grand National Assembly is required for the amendment. Okay, and let's read the news. What will happen to the court? Many are asking what the new changes to the Constitution will mean for the Supreme Court. Recently, the government passed legal amendments that change the way the Supreme Court is structured. According to the new Constitution, on the grounds of unconstitutional behavior, a justice of the Supreme Court may be impeached by a 2/3 majority in the Grand National Assembly of Swordland. Subsequently, the justices will no longer enjoy absolute immunity, will be able to be impeached and tried for unconstitutional behavior. These new set of laws have raised questions about any future changes that may happen to the current composition of the Supreme Court. Will President Rain and his United Swordland Party, which holds the majority in the Assembly, be able to use this law to dismiss any of the once untouchable members of the court and replace them with his own supporters? Whatever the case may be, we are all wondering what will happen to the Supreme Court and the new balance structure that may be formed in the government. And we have a new constitution. This is the whole sword post. After I read this, we're calling it a night. After the Grand National Assembly's approval of the proposed changes to the Constitution, the Supreme Court also voted in favor of the new Constitution on Friday, making the changes official. The new Constitution replaces several of the major sections that were seen as unchangeable, and which many swords saw as owing its origins to the military rule of Colonel Tarquin Soule from back in 1929. That's 24 years ago at this point. One of the key changes was taking the Supreme Court's vote on constitutional changes, allowing the Grand National Assembly of Swordland to make changes to the Constitution without the Supreme Court's approval. This is a triumph for all Swordish citizens who love democracy and wanted change, says Franz Richter. Although some observers expressed disappointment that the new changes do not reflect the will of the people, many U.S. peace supporters reacted with jubilation in public spaces across Swordland on Friday night. It's like, look, just because we've got masses of, the talking heads on television, is like, just because the people are pouring into the streets and crying with joy, that doesn't mean people liked it. Okay. So we're going to have a cabinet meeting on the results of the vote. So that's going to be, just said that, that was Lucian's idea. It's like, here's what we'll do to celebrate, guys. We'll have a party, or a meeting at the party. So thank you very much, all those of you who joined me for today's stream. And I also want to extend another apology for what happened in this morning's stream. Those of you where I had to leave it early. Those of you who saw it, who were there, you know that I didn't really have a choice in the matter. But man, what a long day that was. Hopefully I'm going to have tomorrow off. I think though, here's I guess sort of the bad news at the end of the stream. I'm just not so sure about the daily streams anymore because my schedule, not just professionally but like personally, is going to be very erratic going forward. I don't really know what's happening on a day-to-day basis right now, but I'm going to continue to try my best to keep streaming whenever I get the chance. And even if I can't live stream, there's a whole lot of pre-recorded content that I've got in the pipeline, which I think you guys are going to really like. But anyway, fantastic stream. We did it. Gosh, yeah, we actually did it. We passed the reforms. I consider that a success for this campaign. We voted to be reformist Democrats, or well, I say we. I didn't vote. You guys voted, and like when you guys vote on something, I try my best to do it. I don't work in bad faith, you know. Like if you guys had voted for me to go like fascist or to go Malvensisk, or you know I really gotta learn how to pronounce that or like memorize that name. But we did the reform. This I think this has basically been a victory unless we get assassinated. Obviously we've got more to do. We got to still get out of the recession. We got to balance the budget. There's plenty of things we have to still do. But one of the, if not the most major goal of the campaign has been accomplished, and so we should all take some pride in that. Cheers, everybody! I'm going to finish off my beer. And I've been drinking this beer. You know, that's the joy of having good quality beer. Like, do you think somebody could drink a Bud Light for almost 2 hours? Because that's how long I've been drinking this beer for. Working my way slowly down. There's some beers I've always said I will put them up against wines. I don't know if this is one of them, but it's pretty damn close. Maybe when it's aged. All right, anyway, take care, everybody. You all have yourselves a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend.